It gets shorter each day. This life on earth quickly passes away. The time we have to live is briefly here. Then, like a vapor, our lives disappear. Don't waste your life living for self and gain, or living for what's sin, temporal and vain. Live your life for Christ and what will go on. What lasts forever when your life is gone.
Good afternoon guys, nandito naman tayo
It will be
sa
soon when you take your last breath.
Ayan,
Life will be over and you will
talagang
face
lahat.
death.
Nakita ang lahat.
Then you'll stand before God.
I-marinate natin siya.
You will see
Lagyan
what
natin
really
ng
matters
garlic.
for eternity. Your life is getting
Kanin
shorter
pala, onion.
every day. And like a vapor, life passes away. One day, very soon, when your life is past, only what you did for Jesus will last.
When I was 7 years old, I flew in a plane for the first time, and I created a game for myself. Count the number of backyard pools you see. You miss one, you lose. When I turned 21, I flew to Los Angeles, which was a first for me on 2 accounts. My first time in LA, and my first time losing the swimming pool game. For the least captive audience ever, you try and tell me what to do in case of a water landing. But what you don't understand is I put the frequent in flyer, collecting rewards which really only amount to flying more. Gazing out my rounded rectangle, I never miss the takeoff. The slow zoom as things bigger than you fade smaller and smaller until they become so distant that I can't even squish them between my fingers anymore. Imagine how a bird must feel the first time it swoops down to land on the ground and thinks, that house is much bigger than it looks. I like it better up there, where you're the first to know the weather. Suspended between time zones and atmospheres, I get acquainted with the clouds, cheating death and gravity for $329 plus tax. From up there, I see where roads begin and end. And I want to cheer on the cars. You're almost there. It's just around the corner. You just can't see it yet. From up there, I see small clusters of light reminding me of brainwave activity scans, and I think a city is perhaps a synapse of God's brain, lighting up where connections are being made with the Almighty, which makes sense why most of the earth below is so pitch black. With the seatbelt sign turned on and the man in the aisle seat white-knuckled on the armrest, I remind him that no plane has ever crashed from turbulence. But if we had the choice, don't you think most passengers would give up before it passes? What if, on the ground, we had no choice but to strap in and wait it out? How many still-fathered children would there be? How many unsigned divorce papers? How many unread suicide notes? How many of us would stick around if we knew that what is turbulent is ultimately harmless? And that, though annoying, the change fee is necessary. Because change never comes free, and I'll gladly pay the price if it will get us where we're going faster. But we fail to recognize that if your name's on the suitcase, it's just gonna come around again and again until you grab it. The turnstile of life keeps kicking back what you refuse to pick up. In other words, we all have to claim our baggage before we can move on. From up there, I can see all that. But from down here, I'm lucky if I even take the time to look up and wish I could fly. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching.
अजीबों में आशाएं, दिल में है अरमान यही, कुछ कर जाए, कुछ कर जाए। सूरज सा तेज नहीं मुझ में, दीपक सा जलता देखोगे। सूरज सा तेज नहीं मुझ में, दीपक सा जलता देखोगे। अपनी हद रोशन करने से तुम मुझको कब तक रोकोगे, तुम मुझको कब तक रोकोगे। मैं उस माटी का वृक्ष नहीं जिसको नदियों ने सींचा है। मैं उस माटी का वृक्ष नहीं जिसको नदियों ने सींचा है। बंजर माटी में पल कर मैंने मृत्यु से जीवन खींचा है। मैं पत्थर पर लिखी इबारत हूं, मैं पत्थर पर लिखी इबारत।
I wanted to give up. I'm done with all the things I'm going through. I'm trying to keep my head up. I try to win, but every time I lose. Should be getting better. I try, but I don't. I just wanna make a breakthrough, but something inside said never give up. All of these setbacks are major setups. If I keep on fighting, if I keep on trying, if I aim for the sky, one day things will go my way. One day things will go my way. One day things will go my way. Gotta hang in there. Deep down I know one day things will change. I can't live in fear. I know I got to push through the pain. I gotta believe in myself. Yeah. It's not me, then no one else will. But something inside said never give up. All of these setbacks are major setups.
It's ready yan, guys.
If I keep on fighting, if I keep on trying, if I aim for the sky, one day things will go my way. One day things will go my way. One day things will go my way.
solitude and my aloofness. You are dearer to me than 1,000 triumphs, and sweeter to my heart than all world glory. Defeat, my defeat, my self-knowledge, and my defiance. Through you I know that I am yet young and swift of foot, and not to be trapped by withering laurels. And in you I have found aloneness, the joy of being shunned and scorned. Defeat, my defeat, my shining sword and shield. In your eyes I have read that to be enthroned is to be enslaved, and to be understood is to be leveled down, and to be grasped is but to reach one's fullness, and like a ripe fruit to fall and be consumed. Defeat, my defeat, my bold companion. You shall hear my songs and my cries and my silences, and none but you shall speak to me, the beating of wings and urging of seas,
Close now.
and of mountains that burn in the night. You alone shall climb my steep and rocky soul.
Broccoli. Yeah. Some for decoration.
Defeat, my defeat,
So we have a salad
my
also.
deathless courage.
So a salad.
You and I shall laugh together at the storm.
And this one for
And together
cauliflower.
we
We
shall
are
dig
frying
graves
later
for
on.
all that die in
Fry.
us. And we shall stand in the sun with a will. And we shall be dangerous. Tell me not, in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream. For the soul is dead that slumbers. Things are not what they seem. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken in the soul. Not enjoyment and not sorrow is our destined end way, but to act that each too finds us Father then today. Art is long and time is fleeting, and our hearts, though stout and brave, still, like muffled drums, are beating funeral marches to the grave. In the world's broad field of battle, in the bivouac of life, be not like dumb, driven cattle. Be a hero in the strife. Trust no future or pleasant. Let the dead past bury its dead. Act in the living present. Heart within, and God overhead. Lives of great men all remind us we can make
make our lives sublime, and departing, leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Footprints that perhaps another, sailing o'er life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seeing, shall take heart again. Let us then be up and doing, with a heart for any fate. Still achieving, still pursuing. Learn to labor and learn to wait. If you can keep your head